$40 million. The lawyer says it like he's reading the weather. You laugh. You actually laugh. 3 days ago, you were choosing between gas and groceries. Your rent is 4 days late. Your phone is about to get cut off. You counted the change in your car this morning to buy coffee. Your dad died broke. At least that's what you thought. You look at the lawyer. He's not smiling. He slides a folder across the desk. Let me start from the beginning, sir. Your father left very specific instructions. You sit back in the chair. Let's go back. Let's talk about your dad. He wore the same blue work jacket for 20 years. The elbows were worn through. You used to tell him to buy a new one. He never did. His hands never came clean. Grease under every nail. You shook them anyway when he picked you up from school. He brought home leftovers from the work cafeteria in a plastic container. He called it dinner. You ate it. He drove a 1,998 Corolla with a cracked dashboard. The AC didn't work. The radio only played AM. He never took a vacation. Not once. Not in 23 years. You loved him, but you were ashamed of him too. Don't lie to yourself about that. You remember senior year. He pulled up to pick you up in the Corolla. Your friends were standing by the gate. You pretended you didn't know him for a second. He waved anyway. He always waved. You told yourself one day you'd make it. You'd buy him a real car, a real jacket, a real vacation. You never did. The phone rings at 6 a.m. You don't recognize the number. You pick up anyway. Heart attack, at work, a double shift. You drive to the hospital in socks. You forgot your shoes. You don't remember the drive. You don't remember parking. He was gone before you got there. The nurse hands you his wallet, $43 inside. A faded photo of you at age 6, holding a fish you caught on the one fishing trip you ever took together. You don't cry, not yet. You pay for the funeral with a credit card you know you can't afford. You pick the cheapest casket. You couldn't afford the middle tier. 11 people show up. You counted. Your best friend Marcus. Your dad's coworker from the shop. A few neighbors. You cry once, in the bathroom, alone, 2 minutes, then you wash your face. As they lower the casket, you notice a man at the back of the chapel. Black suit, expensive watch. You've never seen him before. He doesn't cry. He just watches you. After the burial, he walks up to you, hands you a business card. Your father asked me to give you this, in person, tomorrow, 9 a.m. He's gone before you can answer. You show up in the same hoodie you wore to the funeral. Glass walls, 34th floor, a city view you've only seen in movies. He slides a folder across the desk. Then another. Then another. Brokerage statements, property deeds in 3 states, a storage unit key, a safe deposit box, company names you've never heard of. You stare. He looks up. Your father's net worth at the time of his death was approximately $41.3 million. You can't speak. How is all you get out? He slides one more thing across the desk. A sealed envelope. Your name on the front. In your dad's blocky handwriting. The handwriting you used to make fun of. He wrote this 12 years ago. Updated it every year. He wanted you to read it alone. You take it. Your hands are shaking. You walk back to the Corolla in the parking garage. You sit behind the wheel. You open the letter. Son, if you're reading this, I'm gone. I started investing the week you were born. 40 shares of Microsoft. I was saving up for a wedding ring. Your mom left before I needed it. Every overtime check, every bonus, it all went in. I never touched it. I never told you because I watched what money does to kids whose parents hand it over. I wanted you to know what a 4 a.m. alarm feels like. I know you were ashamed of me sometimes. I saw it. I never minded. Being your father was the richest I ever felt. Now it's yours. All of it. Go live, son, for both of us. You read it 3 times. Then, you start the Corolla. You drive to the diner where you've worked for 2 years. You walk in wearing the hoodie. You order the $28 steak you've never been able to afford. Maria, the waitress who covered your shift last month when you couldn't pay rent, pours your water. You eat the whole thing. You leave a $500 tip on a $32 bill. She runs out to the parking lot. She's crying. You hug her. You tell her you'll explain later. You drive to the dealership. Not a Lambo, not yet. A black Range Rover, matte finish, cash. The salesman keeps asking if you're sure. You sign. You drive it off the lot with the Corolla following behind on a tow truck. You're not getting rid of the Corolla. You're keeping it forever. You pull up to your apartment. Your landlord is waiting by the mailbox. Rent is 4 days late. He's already got the notice in his hand. You hand him an envelope. 12 months of rent, paid in full. His face breaks. You walk up to your apartment. Empty fridge, mattress on the floor, one plate in the sink. You sit in the middle of the room with a pizza and a beer. $41 million in an account you haven't touched. You stare at the ceiling. You laugh. You cry. You laugh again. You fall asleep on the floor. The penthouse. Floor-to-ceiling windows. A view of the whole city. One piece of furniture in the living room. Your dad's broken recliner. You had it shipped from his apartment. You won't replace it. The rest of the house is empty. You don't know how to fill it yet. Saturday night. Your high school reunion. You walk in wearing a black suit. A real one. Tailored. Your ex is there. The one who left you because you couldn't afford the trip to Cancun. She sees the watch first. Then the Range Rover keys on the bar. She walks over. She says your name like she used to. You smile. You don't say much. You walk away. Monday morning. You drive to the warehouse where you worked at 19, the place your old boss called you lazy, told you you'd never amount to anything. You don't walk in. You buy the warehouse. The whole building, the company, the land. It takes 2 weeks. You show up on a Tuesday morning in the suit. Your old boss doesn't recognize you at first. You tell him he's fired. You walk out without raising your voice. You call Marcus, your best friend, the only one who showed up to the funeral. You meet him at the diner. You slide him a folder across the table. $2 million for your kid's college and the gym you've been talking about opening since we were 16. He doesn't speak for a full minute. Then he cries, hard. You let him. Your mom calls, the one who left when you were 8. She's seen the car on someone's Instagram. You stare at the phone. You let it ring. You block the number. Friday night, you book the whole floor of the steakhouse downtown. The same steakhouse that once turned your dad away for wearing his work jacket. You wear his blue jacket to dinner, the one with the worn elbows. The manager doesn't say a word. You eat alone. The waiter asks if someone's joining you. You look at the empty chair across from you. He was supposed to. Sunday afternoon, you drive the Corolla, not the Range Rover, to the apartment above the auto shop. Your key still fits. The recliner is gone. You have it in the penthouse now. Everything else is the same. His blue jacket on the hook by the door. You don't take it down. Not this time. His toolbox in the garage. You open it. Not tools. A notebook. Worn leather, pages yellowed. Every investment he ever made. Dated. Handwritten. First entry, March 14th. Son was born today. Bought 40 shares of Microsoft. For him. You turn the page. Photos. You at every age. School pictures. A Polaroid of you in a Halloween costume you forgot you ever wore. Your first report card. Last page. Written the week he died. Balance. 41.3 million. Ready when he is. You sit on the garage floor. You cry for an hour. You're 23 years old. You have $41 million in an account with your name on it. A penthouse. 3 cars. A life people dream about. And every Sunday, you drive the Corolla back to a $400 apartment above an auto shop to sit in the garage and talk to a ghost. Because the money isn't what he left you. The money is just what he used to make sure you had the choice he never did. He left you freedom. The fortune was just the receipt. You still wear his blue jacket, the one with the worn elbows. People ask you what it felt like. To find out your dad was rich? You tell them the truth. He wasn't rich because of the money. He was rich because he spent 23 years loving someone who was sometimes ashamed of him and never said a word about it. He was the richest man you ever knew. You just couldn't see it until he was gone.